Hello, everybody. Welcome to Highland, a Beavis and Butthead rewatch podcast. My name is Chris Paw.
And I'm Drew Mulkins. What up, humans?
This week, we're talking about the episode we just watched, The Butthead Experience. It is the 18th short in the series. It aired on June 2nd, 1993. We're finally into June. We've been in May episodes for forever. The music videos in this one include Winger with 17, Nudeswirl, F Sharp, Kiss, Love It Loud, Eddie Murphy, Put Your Mouth on Me, Aha, Take on Me, and Big Country in a Big Country. Funny title for them.
Speaking of titles, I wanted to mention that this is the Butthead Experience, which is not to be confused with the Beavis and Butthead Experience, which was the name of their music album featuring Primus and Nirvana and
the soundtrack for the movie, isn't it?
No, that was a separate thing.
Oh,
I think the Red Hot Chili Peppers were on both, though.
The Nirvana song I remember being on the soundtrack was it was the I Hate Myself and I Want to Die. It's like a B-side, Nirvana B-side.
That's on that is on the Beavis and Butthead Experience. Sometime
in the late 90s then it was in a jukebox in a corner bar on the east side of Cleveland. And I played it, and this guy goes, as soon as he heard Beavis and Butthead laughing, he goes, "Oh, who the F played this?" and obviously, like, I'm the grunge kid sitting there with his dad, and everyone looks at me. And,
it's like that. Oh no, he's going for the jukebox. And Cher is like. That's the most best-known track from this album.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not this album. That's the point. We're not talking about that. This is the Butthead Experience, not the Beavis and Butthead Experience.
Yes, we'll review that separately.
This episode is almost impossible to Google, by the way. I've tried.
Because that one keeps coming up?
You end up just with a lot of information about the album because it's like... The title of this episode is within the title.
Well, now that you mention it, it was huge.
It was huge. It was
big,
and it's good. I like the Primus song. There's a couple really good tracks on there, but
this is another one. Starts out with a quick just a little gag. I guess one quick joke of them watching TV. It's PBS. And it's like an operation show or something.
Yeah.
And there's a bare ass. And and
Beavis calls Butthead in from the other room.
Yeah. And
bare ass on television.
The sound effects are good. It's like he's tripping over stuff and everything on the way.
And I think it's even like a dude ass.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's a bare ass on TV. That's what they want to see.
Any port in the storm.
Yep.
And then it kicks to a music video, and then we get the teacher, Miss Dickey. I
think this is her third appearance.
Yeah, and she's just put Burger World putting in such a boring order that Butthead falls asleep as he listens to it.
Can I get 3 cheeseburgers? One with no mayo, one with only mayo, one with extra ketchup. Like, it's that kind of order.
She's there to be just a device for him to fall asleep and have this fantasy where the two of them is Beavis is in it. Yeah, he's there.
In fact, Beavis's name still goes first when they announce it.
Oh yeah, even in Butthead's fantasy, he's still friends. That's kind of telling that his fantasy isn't like a whole different crew.
Yeah, no, it's ladies and gentlemen, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Although they have a discussion. I think it's the one where I think it's the season 7 episode where they're trying to start a band, and they both think that their name sounds better going first, but I want to say that Beavis gets a little meta with it.
That's funny. So this one is interesting to me because it's the first idea that it's the first notion of either of them having some kind of vague concept of an ambition.
Yeah.
Like they definitely he's fantasizing about being a rock star, which is a very typical teen. I always like these ones where they're just normal teenager stuff. We talked about it with Braces and some of the different ones that where it's just them having what should be a normal kind of teenage experience. But
I love that they're not even actual rock stars. They're air guitar rock stars, like the thing where they just go da 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 that they do all the time. Apparently, he thinks that's so cool that they could go professional.
Yeah, yeah, he's so delusional that's just
yeah. Apparently, that's in his mind that is so cool that they do that.
The art in this episode is very good. It's very fun.
Yeah.
The crowd, populating that crowd and stuff like that must have taken a long time too, because it's all hand drawn at this point.
Yeah. There is kind of only a couple really filled in figures, but still, this was very ambitious.
And I will say the hot blonde girl going after Butthead in the front row, he really made her pop.
Yeah.
she kind of take a second look there. Butthead's having this fantasy, and then the blonde girl is coming after him, and that's when Beavis wakes him up. And that's kind of the episode.
Yeah.
Kind of the short.
Beavis says he has a dead rat, and on
the grill,
Butthead slams Beavis's face onto the flat top grill and picks him back up, and there's an outline of his face still.
Yeah, it's burned pretty badly.
So that's pretty. And he says, I was about to have a wet dream. I don't think you can say that on TV anymore. Maybe the censors didn't know what that meant at the time.
It would probably depend. I bet on a MTV you could.
There is one more bit of footage of it's the same frog scene from Sick, except they cut the line about the conniption cold medicine.
Oh yeah.
Because at the end of that episode, they're like, well, we couldn't get the medicine we wanted, so we're going to try licking this toad instead. They just repurposed that same footage again at the end of this episode. I actually Googled frog licking scene. This episode comes up a lot more than Sick, even though Sick came first. I think this is just a way more popular episode. But it is really short. They added footage because it's really short. This is one of those non sequitur endings.
Yeah, it's kind of it's one joke. Which is after the last one, after No Laughing, where they took two shorts to do one joke. I guess it's kind of, they're still a bit uneven on how elaborate the setups and punchlines are going to be.
These. So there's definitely a lot to like here, but there's no story. And
Beavis does hardly anything. I do when he slaps his face onto the girl, I did jot down there's a Three Stooges thing. You can really, these early ones, you really get I guess even the new ones, you get Mike Judge grew up watching the Three Stooges.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of Three Stooges things going on here in most of these episodes at some point. But yeah, the face burning is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to that one. It's not bad. It would be like a funny scene in a longer episode.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, someone's asking him to play Leonard Skinner in the crowd. I think that's maybe the only line of dialogue we haven't talked about yet.
Play Freebird.
Yeah. So it's a very scant episode this week.
Yeah. He gets a request.
So, but some of these videos are really great.
Yeah, we'll get into the videos and then give it a review or a rating. I mean, the first one's the Finally Winger.
Yeah,
which they're not too high on, which is good.
Yeah, and it's she's only 17. They mentioned that's Joey Buttafuoco's theme song, which is very funny. If you know, you know, and I'm not gonna take the time to explain that joke to our younger audience.
Be alive then.
It's not. It was a news story that was big at the time, but it doesn't have a lot of substance to it, honestly.
Yeah, and then I thought it was funny that they called Kiss a bunch of mimes.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. And then they talk about how sometimes mimes will get in their face and they'll kick them in the balls, and then
that's
then
when
they're not quiet anymore.
That's when they start saying things. I thought I was surprised to learn that Eddie Murphy put an album out.
Yeah,
and they have a song on it, but they change it pretty quick. They really don't linger on it at all.
No, he doesn't even really sing. They go to the intro and he's like, "Didn't this guy used to do movies?" Also, it's not Party All the Time, which is more famous. It's Put Your Mouth on Me.
Which is probably why they didn't include the part where he sings.
I'm not familiar with that one. They mentioned that he's Gumby.
Yeah, I'm Gumby, damn it. Eddie Murphy's
from Saturday Night Live
in the 70s.
Yeah, and they said that Gumby should have his own music video too.
You know, it's wild because it's like watching these, he's referencing things from the 70s and 80s. This is like semi-adult, targeted stuff. Like if you're in your college kids is in their early 20s. So their frame of reference would have been like the same kind of references, which are like insanely ancient at this point.
He was in his 20s at the time too, not quite college age, a little older than that, but yeah, he was still in his 20s.
Yeah,
so
but that's who
his references were kind of the references of the generation he was aiming at the time.
70s, 80s. Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny because some of these are like 50-year-old references at this point. Now that we're doing this today, another 30 years later. But the Aha video and Big Country. Nothing else really stood out for me in these.
I liked that they pronounced Aha. And they said Ghost. They sang the Ghost Speed Racer theme song at the beginning. And the Big Country video. They said it looked like a James Bond movie because people were on like 4-wheelers and stuff. and Beavis says they should bring out that big guy hand job. He says hand job instead of odd job.
And Butthead. That was funny because Butthead didn't even get the joke. He said you said job, and it's like he totally missed the actual joke. Yeah.
Although I think it was an honest mistake on Beavis's part. I don't think he was intending that joke.
They're both Mike Judge.
I know it's
so funny.
It's a written joke that's not supposed to be a written joke from the character's perspective. Is what I'm trying to say.
What do you got for rating on this?
I'll go I'll go 2.5, which I certainly don't hate it, but there's nothing here.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go 2 because it's such a short and quick, and I know it's like they're literally called shorts, but they're supposed to be short. But for this one, it's like this was like a setup. There wasn't really much of a punchline.
There's no.
This. It's just I like it, but I will.
This is an excuse for a fantasy sequence that
it's
Mike
almost,
Judge wanted to animate.
Yeah, which. Yeah, I think a bigger adventure where they actually were able to do, like, ended up on a stage somewhere, and that's how they handled it.
Yeah.
And then it was like the fantasy versus the reality was like they're getting booed, or like if it was in part of a more
if this was
set up for it.
Yeah, if this went somewhere, it would be a lot better. It's a great scene, but it's not a story. Yeah,
I think it's kind of what I'm getting at. I wonder what this was paired up with, because is Lawn and Garden the next one?
Yeah,
maybe these are the first ones for June. So yeah, I think they would have been the same half-hour block. A 2, because also we know from the last couple of episodes, like, they're thinking more in story, you know what I mean? Like, like, we know they've done better than this story-wise now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little harder to forgive it because...
Yeah, this... Except for, like, how nice the animation is and stuff, this kind of feels like a season 1 episode. Where it's, like, half an idea, no real story.
It's a sketch.
Yeah.
it's not even a full sketch. Like, sketch in the sense
I feel like
of
the show's
a
developed.
Sketch.
Yeah, the show's developed past this point. But, yeah, I think this was just a way to show off the animation more than anything.
Which is good. It
was good animation, and it was well done, but nothing particularly, like, there's some funny things about it. And I don't know if we talked about this on the air or if we were just talking about this before we recorded, but I thought it was funny that the band is still called Beavis and Butthead, even in Butthead's dream.
Yeah.
That's
it just sounds. It's just alphabetical.
Yeah, it just sounds better.
Better. Yeah.
And they have a debate about that. In I think it's season 7 where they start their band.
Yeah.
Metallica featuring Beavis and Butthead.
That was on the podcast earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to that one.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It's but like I said, I think it's season 7, so it's going to be a minute.
Yeah. I think that is it for this one. Thank you.
Drive through.